Okay, I chose clockwise for my twisting, and right now I'm going to go ahead and put some of my nylon wrap that I'm going to use to protect the the trunk, when I twist it. And this is tricky to get this stuff on here. You got to wrap it real tight on the first couple of wraps, that's important. Then you can kind of pull it tighter a little bit and wrap a little more. Pull it tighter, kind of put your thumb on it and hold on to it, and then just rotate it clockwise, and then it'll keep getting tighter. Ooh, that's getting real tight. I can't even spin it on the wire anymore, so I can ramp it up the rest of the way. Okay, and then you can even grab it and try and spin it on that wire. Once you can't spin it on the wire, it's tight enough. And you may want to push it down a little bit. That'll also help tighten it up because the wire gets a little wider as it goes down. And now we're ready to tape it. Just going to put a little bit of this stuff we're wrapping the trunk around here to keep it tight so it doesn't spin out when we let go of it. Not too much because we're going to want to take that off eventually. Then we're going to grab our self-adjusting channel locks here. Oh wait, let me get the right angle, because I want my tree to have that little angle that I started with when I was doing it. And basically just going to throw your channel locks on there and pinch it up a little bit, maybe get it nice and tight, and then we're going to twist it. So you gotta get your fingers around your jig real good, and then you kind of bounce it. You can feel it tightening up. Sometimes the cloth will spin on there a little bit. And I definitely felt that tighten up down there. And what I'm going to do quick is I'm going to look for any crosses right up here. If I see any, I'll get them out, but because I haven't done anything yet. Okay, now I'm going to go up here to the top, because there's like an anti-clockwise twist going up the top now. So I'm going to rectify that and twist it clockwise. It's hard to see this stuff. I'm just twisting at the very top up here clockwise, so I got the same twist in there, because if you let the anti-clockwise twist build up in the top, it'll screw you up twisting on the bottom. So you want to make sure that just kind of bounce it. Okay, now I'm ready to either pull a branch or turn the trunk in another direction, or I can slide the wrap up a little bit and put a little more twist in it. In this case, since I'm still right at the bottom and I don't know if I want to do my first branch split yet, I'm going to twist it a little more. So I'm just going to get down here. I'm going to pull it up the branch a little bit. Ooh, it don't want to move. It's so tight. I got it on there so tight it's not going to want to move. So what I'm going to do is very carefully, you don't want to untwist your wire, just the wrap. I'm going to go anti-clockwise. Loosen that up, and then I'll be able to spin it up the wire a little bit, and then I'll clockwise it back tight. It's called a tension wrench. And then I'm going to look down here and look at what I twisted, and it all looks pretty good. I don't have any big crosses going on down there yet. You're going to have some way at the bottom, but they're unavoidable. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my channel locks and twist it up a little bit more. 427, we're good. And you don't want to continually grab the wire in the same place on here, because you'll flatten it out. So if you start to see a flat spot in there, clamp it at a little bit different place so you keep that trunk round. And then once again, I do the bounce. Kind of bounce it, and you can hold on to the roots and the jig and everything and just kind of bounce it a little tighter. No hurry. Make sure you're not flattening it out. Okay, well, you know, I think I got, whoops, I think I got enough to put my first bend in here, and since this is on here, it's handy to use it to actually put a bend in my wire. So I'm just going to grab it right with my thumb on there as the fulcrum to press against, and I'm going to bend it way over, because I'm making a twisty tree. So now I have my first really tight bend in there, and I'm going to go ahead and tape it up. Once again, you start with the plastic flat in sheet mode because you need to get a grip. And you got to twist the same way you're twisting your wire, clockwise in this case, wrap it clockwise. Put a couple of sheet runs on there. And then go into strand mode where you get it all tight. You know, bring the plastic way out. Whoop, snared my plastic. This would go a little faster if I wasn't trying to make video. I need to practice here. Okay, so I got it tight on there. It's not going to slip off. We're going to pull it real tight. Whoop, I snapped it too tight. I'm not looking like a very competent tree twister at this point, am I? So I'm going to start over with that wrap. Sheet mode again. Don't got to take the old stuff off. There's not enough on there to really cause a problem. Do a couple wraps in sheet mode. And then switch over to the strand mode. Keep your roll way out, spin the tree while you can. Whoops. Sooner or later we won't be able to spin the tree, and that's going to be a bummer. Get this on there real tight. Don't be afraid to use too much. Okay, and then make sure you get strand mode kind of right up to the bottom of that nylon wrap you're using to twist it. And then I want to tape it up a little bit more. So once again, I'm going to turn my wrap, not the wire, counterclockwise to loosen it up. Slide it up. Look at what I got there. You can slide it up pretty far, and it all looks real sweet there, so I'm doing a good job. Then slide it back down and tighten it back up. You can wrap a little more, because wherever you're gonna do another turn or pull out a branch, you want to be using the wrap in the strand mode real tight right there, so you don't wreck your previous work when you decide to make a branch. So I go with, get a few strand modes right there, and I think I'm going to pull in, oh, what do we got? 8:33, time to quit. So I'm going to wrap this, I'm going to go back into sheet mode, because that really helps it you know, stay tight. There's no adhesive on this stuff. Sheet mode, you got to have the roll close up to the trunk. Makes it a little tougher. You really want to start stretching it too. Okay. Oh, so there we are. I don't need to take the, well, I'm gonna anyways. I'm gonna take that clockwise, anti-clockwise twist out of there and get ready to twist some more. And then I'm gonna go back down here, and I'm gonna tighten up. Remember, check your wrench here, make sure it's tight. And now I'm going to bend this one at another angle. And so you just get everything you can down there and brace it with your fingers and heave ho. Okay, so I got my second bend in the trunk there. And I'm going to contemplate on that a little bit, spin it around, see if I'm happy from all angles of that bend. Yeah, I guess I am, so I'm going to just throw my channel locks back on here and give her a couple of bounces. Get everything nice and tight. Oh, and I got one. Oh, dang it, I gotta stop.